Welcome to today's biology lesson on the five kingdom classification. We are diving deep into Kingdom Plantae, the fascinating world of plants. From tiny mosses to giant trees, plants are essential for life on Earth. We'll start with the basics, then gradually explore their complex structures, evolutionary journey, and incredible adaptations. Get ready for an exciting journey through the plant kingdom. Let's begin our journey with the easy level, understanding the fundamental characteristics that define plants. First, let's understand what plants are. They belong to Kingdom Plantae and are fascinating multicellular organisms. Look around you, most plants you see are green. Unlike animals, plants can't move from one place to another on their own. They are rooted in the soil or attached to a surface. This immobility is a key defining feature. Think about a big tree. It stays in one spot its entire life, absorbing nutrients and sunlight right there. Now, how do plants get their food? This is where they become truly special. Plants are unique because they make their own food through a magical process called photosynthesis. They use three simple ingredients: sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide from the air. Inside their green parts, a special pigment called chlorophyll acts like a tiny solar panel, capturing sunlight. This ability makes plants the primary producers in almost every ecosystem, forming the base of the food chain for all living things. Time to test your understanding. Here are three quick questions based on what we just learned. Take a moment to think about the answers. What is the main characteristic that defines organisms in Kingdom Plantae? Name the process by which plants make their own food. And finally, give two examples of plants you see around you. Good luck! Moving on to the medium level, we'll dive deeper into plant characteristics and explore their basic classification. At the medium level, let's elaborate on the general characteristics of Kingdom Plantae. Plants are multicellular eukaryotes, meaning their cells have a true nucleus and specialized organelles. They are primarily autotrophic, making their own food via photosynthesis. A defining feature is their rigid cell wall, made of cellulose, which provides structural support. Inside their cells, chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, the green pigment vital for capturing sunlight. Most plants are non-motile, anchored to the ground, and store their food as starch. These features collectively distinguish them from other kingdoms. Plant classification ranges from simple to complex. Algae are the simplest, mostly aquatic, lacking true roots. Bryophytes, like mosses, are non-vascular and need water for reproduction, thriving in damp places. Pteridophytes, such as ferns, were the first to develop vascular tissues for efficient transport, allowing them to grow taller. Gymnosperms, like pines, bear naked seeds not enclosed in fruits. Finally, angiosperms are the dominant flowering plants, with seeds protected inside fruits, representing the most diverse and evolved group. This progression shows increasing complexity and adaptation to land. Plants are incredibly important for life on Earth. Firstly, they are the primary producers, forming the base of almost all food chains, feeding countless organisms. Secondly, they release vital oxygen during photosynthesis, which we need to breathe. They also provide habitat and shelter for a vast array of animals. Economically, plants are sources of food, timber, medicines, fibers, and even biofuels. Furthermore, they play a critical role in regulating Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide, thus helping to mitigate greenhouse effects. Their value is truly immense. Now for some medium-level practice questions. Think critically about these. List three general characteristics of organisms belonging to Kingdom Plantae. What is the primary function of chlorophyll in plants? Differentiate between gymnosperms and angiosperms based on their seeds. Why are plants considered the producers in an ecosystem? And finally, name two groups of plants that possess vascular tissues. Take your time to formulate your answers. Ready for a deeper dive? In the hard level, we'll analyze complex plant features and evolutionary trends. At the hard level, let's explore more advanced characteristics of kingdom Plantae. Plants exhibit significant tissue differentiation, with specialized tissues like epidermis, ground tissue, and vascular tissues, each performing specific roles. A hallmark of plant life cycles is the alternation of generations, where a diploid sporophyte stage alternates with a haploid gametophyte stage. Plants also possess apical meristems at their growing tips, enabling continuous growth throughout their lives. To survive on land, many terrestrial plants develop a waxy cuticle to prevent water loss and specialized stomata for controlled gas exchange and transpiration. The evolution of vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, was a game changer, allowing plants to transport water and nutrients efficiently and grow to impressive heights. The evolutionary journey of plants from aquatic to terrestrial environments involved crucial adaptations. Early plants were aquatic algae, but over millions of years, they developed features to survive on land. A key innovation was the development of vascular tissue, first seen in pteridophytes, which allowed for efficient transport and increased size. The evolution of seeds in gymnosperms and angiosperms was another major leap, providing protection and nourishment for the embryo and reducing dependence on water for reproduction. Angiosperms further refined this with flowers for pollination and fruits for seed dispersal, leading to their global dominance. Throughout this evolution, there's a trend of the sporophyte generation becoming increasingly dominant, while the gametophyte becomes smaller and more dependent. Colonizing land presented several challenges for plants, but they evolved remarkable adaptations. Desiccation, or drying out, was countered by a waxy cuticle and controlled stomata. Overcoming gravity, which was absent in water, led to the development of rigid cell walls and lignin in vascular tissues for structural support. For reproduction in dry environments, plants evolved resistant spores, protective seeds, and pollen grains for sperm transfer without needing water. Roots developed for anchorage and efficient absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Stomata also facilitated necessary gas exchange. Furthermore, various physiological and structural adaptations, such as dormancy, helped plants cope with temperature fluctuations. These innovations were vital for their terrestrial success. Now, let's challenge ourselves with these hard-level questions. Explain the concept of alternation of generations in the life cycle of plants. How did the development of vascular tissues contribute to the success of plants on land? Describe two key adaptations that allowed plants to overcome desiccation. Compare reproductive strategies of bryophytes and angiosperms regarding water. What is the significance of seeds? Name two specialized plant tissues and their functions. Lastly, discuss the trend of gametophyte reduction. Pause and consider your detailed responses. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll explore the intricate details of plant phylogeny, advanced adaptations, hormonal control, and biotechnological applications. Prepare for competitive depth. At the hardest level, let's delve into the phylogenetic relationships within Plantae. Evidence suggests land plants, or embryophytes, evolved from charophyte green algae, sharing common features like phragmoplasts and russet cellulose synthesizing complexes. Cladistic analysis uses shared derived characteristics, or synapomorphies, like the protected embryo, to map evolutionary paths. Key innovations such as cuticles, stomata, vascular tissue, seeds, and flowers mark significant branching points in plant evolution. Molecular phylogeny, using DNA sequencing, has further refined our understanding, sometimes revealing relationships that traditional morphological classifications couldn't, providing a more accurate evolutionary tree. Plants have evolved incredible adaptations to thrive in diverse environments. Xerophytes, like cacti, conquer dry conditions with thick cuticles, sunken stomata, and water-storing succulent parts. Hydrophytes, such as water lilies, are adapted to aquatic life with reduced roots and air-filled tissues for buoyancy. Halophytes, like mangroves, cope with saline conditions through salt glands and osmotic adjustments. Epiphytes, like orchids, grow on other plants, absorbing moisture from the air with specialized aerial roots. Even carnivorous plants, such as the Venus flytrap, have evolved unique mechanisms to trap insects, supplementing nutrients in poor soils. Each adaptation is a testament to nature's engineering brilliance. Plant growth and development are meticulously orchestrated by a suite of hormones. Auxins, produced in shoot tips, promote cell elongation and apical dominance. Gibberellins stimulate stem elongation and seed germination. Cytokinins, primarily from roots, drive cell division and delay aging. Abscisic acid, or ABA, is a crucial stress hormone, inducing dormancy and closing stomata during water scarcity. Ethylene, a gaseous hormone, triggers fruit ripening and leaf shading. The intricate balance and interaction between these hormones determine every aspect of a plant's life cycle, from germination to flowering and senescence. Understanding these hormonal pathways is key to manipulating plant growth in agriculture and horticulture, influencing everything from crop yields to fruit quality and plant architecture. Economic botany and biotechnology offer profound insights into plant utility. Crop improvement, through traditional breeding and advanced genetic engineering like CRISPR-Cas9, has revolutionized agriculture, boosting yields and nutritional value, exemplified by vitamin-enriched golden rice. Plants are also a treasure trove of medicinal compounds, digitalis from foxglove treats heart conditions, and paclitaxel from the Pacific yew fights cancer. Beyond medicine, plants are sources of biofuels and play a vital role in phytoremediation, using plants to clean up polluted environments. Plant tissue culture enables rapid propagation and conservation, while gene stacking allows multiple beneficial traits. This showcases the immense potential of applied plant science. Let's tackle the first 5 hardest level questions. Discuss the evidence supporting the hypothesis that land plants evolved from charophyte green algae. Describe the key adaptations of xerophytes, providing examples. Explain how auxins and cytokinins regulate apical dominance. Outline the primary roles of abscisic acid and ethylene. And finally, how has genetic engineering contributed to improving crop yields and nutritional content? Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. Now for the remaining 5 challenging questions. Differentiate between hydrophytes and halophytes in terms of their adaptations and give an example for each. What is phytoremediation, and how does it leverage plant capabilities? Explain alternation of generations in detail, highlighting ploidy levels and roles in an angiosperm life cycle. Discuss the significance of molecular phylogeny in refining plant classification. And lastly, describe the process and applications of plant tissue culture in modern agriculture and conservation. Good luck with these complex questions. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Kingdom Plantae. We've journeyed from the basics to advanced concepts, exploring the incredible diversity, adaptations, and importance of plants. Remember, if you enjoyed this session and want to explore more such engaging content across various subjects and difficulty levels, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more educational content. Your feedback is valuable, so leave a comment below. Keep learning and exploring the wonders of biology.